Hello, ladies, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and recently we did, as a matter of fact, I think it was the last video, we did my top 10 hot takes that I have with cars, and there was some on there, but then there was some comments too. By the way, we're definitely going to be doing a reacting to your guys' hot takes video in the future, so leave some hot takes that you guys have in the comment section of this video if you guys are interested in that. But today we're going to do a little bit of a twist on that, still hot takes, but this time with just BMWs. As some of you guys know, I'm a big old BMW fanboy, okay? I love BMW, it's my favorite brand of all time, even though I've never owned one. I know it makes zero sense, but I like them, man, okay? They're my favorite. I like every single BMW I've ever seen has been cool to me, except for like the i3 and like the new i7s and the new EVs. But besides that, every other BMW has been really cool in my opinion. So today, these are the top 10 hot takes that I have about them. Hot takes, for those who don't know, are pretty much just unpopular opinions that I have about these cars that the rest of the community might disagree with. As a matter of fact, some of these I'm pretty sure might make some people angry. But yeah, let me know any other hot takes that you guys have in the comment section below, because like I said, we are going to be doing a reacting to your guys' hot takes video in the near future. But also let me know what other hot takes you'd like to see me do videos on. My next one's probably going to be on Hondas, because I'm also a big Honda fan, for those who don't know. But yeah, just let me know. Song of the day, I actually don't have one written down, so I'm gonna have to free ball this one. We're gonna go with Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. That's a good song. I like it. It's a banger. Go give it a listen. It's like a rock song, kind of like rock / pop. It's kind of a weird mixture of the two. But either way, go give it a listen if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's go right into it though, with number 10 of my top 10 hot takes about BMW. And that, my good friends, is going to that the F87 M2 is quite literally the perfect driver's car, in my opinion. Obviously, as we go in this list, they're going to get hotter and hotter. So this one isn't super hot. A lot of people love the F87 M2. I don't think anybody out there is like disagreeing that it is a good driver's car. I just think that there's really not that many better options in 2025 for a driver's car than the F87. The G87 is also great, by the way. I'm sick and tired of acting oh my god, I almost just choked. I'm sick and tired of acting like the G87 isn't a cool car. I like that car, but it's just too expensive right now. The F87 M2 isn't just like an absolute perfect price point, perfect handling, perfect engine. Everything about that car is just freaking perfect, in my opinion. If you are a person that's looking for something that is a driver's car. And what is a driver's car? Well, something that, you know, handles well, goes in corners well, but also can be fun in a straight line. Like, this car does have enough horsepower to get a little silly sometimes if you want to. Coming in at the number 9 spot, again, not too hot just yet. You know, this is probably, like, if the last one was like 75-degree weather, this is probably like 80-degree weather here. It's not too hot. You're fine. The 7 Series is just boring to me. I understand there are some people out there that love luxury cars, and, you know, people love the Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Mercedes-Benz, all that stuff. I'm not that guy. I don't care too much about luxury cars, which I know is kind of ironic considering I just said my favorite car brand is BMW, and they obviously are a somewhat luxurious brand. But yeah, I just don't care for them too much. And the 7 Series is obviously the brand's most luxurious line. But dude, it's just, I mean, I look at them and I'm like, it's cool for like an old head, you know, that wants to just go around in style and be comfortable and not have to worry about breaking their back 700 times. But for me, man, I'm 25. I'd rather just have a car that's fun, and I don't know, I feel like the 3 Series is enough luxury for me, let alone like the 5 Series or something. Like, that's even crazier. And coming in at the number 8 spot, as a matter of fact, going back to the 5 Series real quick, just to talk about these bad boys, the E60 M5 is just trash. There's a lot of people nowadays that I feel like are trying to like make it out to be like the E60 M5 is a really good car and like it's just misunderstood or whatever. Nope, it's just a overall pretty bad car, man. In terms of looks, I don't think it looks bad or anything like that, and it when it runs, it's obviously super cool. 500 horsepower, 5-liter V10, that's awesome. Obviously, that sounds super cool, but these are like, I don't think I've ever once heard a single owner of an E60 M5, like an actual genuine owner of these cars, recommend these cars. Like, there are a lot of cars out there that are like unreliable, but people that still will be like, dude, mine was fine, like I had a good time. Like the RX-8, there are so many people out there that have owned RX-8s that are like, dude, they're fine, they're just, you know, they are unreliable, but they're just a little bit more maintenance. Every single person that's ever owned an E60 M5 that I've talked to has been like, yeah, don't buy one. They are a ticking time bomb. They are that unreliable. It is truly bad. And obviously, in my opinion, a car can't be great if it's that unreliable. Like, that's just a serious problem. Coming in at the number 7 spot, however, is going to a car I've talked about recently, actually, because I love it that much. The BMW V12 LMR is extremely underrated. As a matter of fact, some of you guys are probably scratching your heads right now asking yourself what that is. It's a Le Mans prototype style car. It's an LMP1, LMP2 style car. I think it was in Group C, if I'm not mistaken. So it was racing with things like the 787B, the Sauber C9, the R92 CP, and then whatever Porsche's was, the 962, I think it was. I think it was racing during that period, but I could be wrong on that. But either way, it's a freaking V12 LMP1 powered BMW race car. That is freaking insanely cool, and I feel like nobody ever talks about that ever. And BMW's motorsport history in general, I feel like isn't talked about that much with M4. Like M4 right now is in GT3. That's so cool, and nobody really talks about it. Nobody really cares about that. But then when it comes to this car, this is next level. Like, this thing is, dude, it's a V12 powered LMP car. How is that not insanely cool to you? Coming in at the number 6 spot, a little bit, we're probably at like 85-degree weather territory here, because I think that the E92 335i's are only unreliable because of the owners. I've had friends that have owned 335i E9X chassis cars. They were E90s, though, not E92s, but same thing. And it's kind of like a common consensus that the N54 that was put in the E92 335i's is a bad motor. It's an unreliable motor. You're going to have problems with it. Just stay away from it, right? Unless you are only specifically trying to build power, no sort of daily drivability in these motors, though. But I've seen, again, people that I know what they're doing when it comes to working on cars, own 335i's and have zero problems with them for like 2 years. Like, no major problems. And they are built cars. Like, they're full, well, not like built, but they're like full bolt-on tuned cars. Like, these aren't stock cars, and they're fine for 2 years straight. I honestly believe that the reason why these cars are giving people problems is the same reason why things like 350Zs have such a high crash rate. The people that are buying them are young, and so they don't really know exactly what they're doing when it comes to modifying them, when it comes to maintaining them. And that's not a shame to you guys, dude. I was the same way, and I kind of still am the same way, dude. I'm an idiot when it comes to cars sometimes. But like, yeah, it just makes sense. They're younger people buying these cars, and so it makes it look more unreliable than it actually is. I'm not saying they're like as reliable as a Camry. They're still obviously a little bit more unreliable than a regular car, but I don't think they're as bad as people give them credit for. Back to my 2 Series glaze here for the number 5 spot. This is probably 90-degree weather territory here. A lot of people, I think, are going to disagree with this, because I think that the 2 Series line of BMW cars is the best line of cars that they have right now. The 3 Series is cool with the G80. I like the G80. It's nice, but it's a little bit too big. The 5 Series is sadly going down a very, very dark path that I do not like with the G90. That thing is ridiculous. It's heavier than a Hellcat. Keep that in mind. It is heavier than a Hellcat. Just want to put that out there. From BMW, a brand that got its name from like Nürburgring in lap times. This car's heavier than a Hellcat. So the 5 Series is falling off. As I said, the 7 Series has never been that cool to me. The 8 Series is cool, but they only come out with one new 8 Series every freaking 20 years, and it's super unaffordable. And then what else do you really have? The 4 Series is just a 3 Series with 2 doors. The 6 Series is cool, but they haven't made one of those in freaking 17 years. It's the coolest one that they have. It's the one that's staying true to BMW's name and heritage as a good handling track car too. The G80 is still kind of there, and same with the G82s, but they're still just a little bit too heavy now, I feel like. Coming in at 4th place, okay, I think we're actually at like 95-degree weather now, because this one's definitely going to ruffle a lot of feathers. This is a pretty hot. I feel like we took a big jump in terms of hot takesness here, because I'd much rather own an E24 over an E30. For those who don't know what the E24 is, because it's honestly a really underrated car in my opinion, it's a 6 Series. It's the first generation of the BMW 6 Series, and it has a shark nose front end that looks absolutely incredible. Now, in terms of actual performance and stuff like that, I'm not an idiot. You know, I know that the E30 is definitely the overall better car for like track performance and stuff like that. It's just lighter with a shorter wheelbase. It obviously makes sense. And the E30 is an incredible car. It's one of the most like legendary race cars of all times in terms of what they did for motorsports. But dude, the E24 just gets my willy doing cartwheels. There's something about this car that I just freaking love. And realistically speaking, it's the looks. I love how these cars looks, and I would much rather own one of these. Really, like if I were to own an E30 anyways, I probably wouldn't turn it into like a full-blown race car. It would be fun to drive, but not like a full-blown race car. And so I feel like I could get the exact same thing with an E24. They're still lightweight. There's a little bit longer wheelbase. Yeah, we're probably staying around the 95-degree weather territory here for the 3rd place, but definitely going to ruffle some more feathers with this one. I don't care and never really have cared too much about the BMW 5 Series. Yeah, man, it's like the line of BMW. Like, everybody thinks it's a 3 Series, but realistically, the 5 Series, like the first ever M car, I believe, was the M5 E21 or E28, I think it was. But yeah, this is like their bread and butter, and I've never really honestly cared too much about them. I like the E39. I think the E39 is a really cool car. The F90 is still cool. Like if I see one, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's a nice car. And same with the F10. Same with these. Same with every again, BMW, I just like them. So every BMW I'm going to be like, that's cool. But I don't know, man. I've never really like wanted to buy a 5 Series. I've never really cared to learn too much about the 5 Series. Again, I said it before, but I like the lighter weight cars, and the 5 Series have always been kind of like a good balance between sports car and luxury car. And so it kind of loses a little bit of its weight there, unfortunately. Oh lordy. Oh Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to get my like pistol permit after saying this one, because people are gonna start showing up to my house trying to rob me. Coming in at second place, I think that the 3.0 CSL is a cooler car than the BMW M1 Procar. The M1 Procar is like one of the most legendary BMWs of all time, easily top 10, and it is a really cool car. It's a race car. It's got a nice motorsports history to it, but so does the 3.0 CSL, and that's pretty much exactly what it is. But it honestly, in my opinion, reminds me more of BMW. This screams BMW more than the M1 Procar does. The M1 Procar is like almost like a supercar of its time, right? And BMW doesn't make supercars. I mean, they tried with the i8, but that was a freaking failure. They don't make supercars. They make like sports sedans, like that's their thing, or sport coupes, like that's, and they're really freaking good at it. And that's what the 3.0 CSL is. It is a race-ified version of the E9 BMWs, and that's just so freaking awesome to me, man. That is BMW, and I like it a little bit better than the M1 Procar. If I had all the money in the world, I'd rather own a 3.0 CSL than an M1 Procar. Honorable mention, because this is not really even that much of a hot take right now, but this is a pre-fire hot take, because I feel like it's going to be a hot take in the future. The new M5, the G90 M5s, it will never be cool. It just won't. Stop trying to make it cool. It never will be. There are a lot of times with BMWs, what happens is a car comes out and people don't like how it looks at first. It happened with the G82s. It happened with the G87s. It happened with the G80s. It's happening all the time. It always happens. People are like, oh, it's not good looking BMW. Then like a year or two after a car comes out, people start to get their hands on it, start to modify them a little bit and make them look cooler and tune them and see what they're capable of. People come around to them and they're like, those are actually pretty cool cars. That's starting to happen with the new M5. I'm starting to see comments, people being like, it's not that bad actually once you start to no, it's horrible. This one will never be cool. Things like the G87, I always was kind of like, okay, it looks like a Minecraft car, sure, but there's definitely room for improvement here. Same with the G80, same with the G82. This car, no, there's no way I'll ever like this car. It is bad. It is way too freaking massive. This thing is larger than a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. You would have a better luck racing around a racetrack with a Range Rover. What is this? It's not an M5. I don't like it at all. I never will. It is a bad car. It's ugly. It doesn't handle well. It's way too big. Do not get it in their minds that it's okay to do things like this, because then they will keep doing it. But first place, the hottest take of all my BMW takes, and I've mentioned it in a couple videos already, but I will mention it again here. The F80 M3 is, in my opinion, the best M3. Yep, I've said it, and I'm not going back on it. It's like actual hearsay to say that a modern BMW is better than classic BMWs, and so I guarantee I'm going to get a lot of BMW purists in my comments absolutely roasting me, telling me that revoking my BMW fanboy card, because this is blasphemy to say this. But dude, I don't know, man. I love the F80. I love the F80 in every single possible way, and I know like people don't really care too much about this when they're buying an M3. It's not really at the top of their priority list, but dude, every M3 before this had some pretty major reliability problems. The only one that was okay was the E36, but even that had some reliability problems. And they finally have a car that's super fun to drive still. It's still an M3. Like, this car's still a track-oriented beast. But now it's reliable, and you can daily drive it and not really worry that much. And I also think it looks incredible. I think it's the best looking of the M3s. It looks super aggressive while also still having that nice, classy look to it. The F80 is, in my opinion, the best M3 right now, and I'm sorry to say that. I know it's going to make a bunch of purists mad again, but it's just, dude, this is the one I'd like to own. If I had M3 money, because they're all like the same price for some reason, except for the G80. Obviously, the G80 is more money, but if I had M3 money, I would buy an F80. I'm sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, top of the morning, that is the end of today's video of my top 10 hot takes that I have with BMWs. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias or any of my other YouTube channels. Let me know what hot takes that you guys have for the hot takes response video, and also let me know what hot takes you guys would like to see me do on. Obviously, I think next is going to be the Honda's hot takes, because I like Hondas and I like talking about Hondas, so we might do that one next. But I can definitely do all kinds of different hot takes, man. And I like making these videos. They're super fun to make. So yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking in terms of the hot take stuff. Also, for the people that were like, I made this video like a month ago at this point, but I made a video mentioning how I wanted to hire an editor, because I needed an editor for one of my deep dive videos. You guys like the deep dives, but I hate editing them because I suck at editing. And so I was like, let me try and hire an editor for it. That way you guys can still get the deep dives. I could make them and not have to put myself through the torture of trying to edit those. So if you were one of those people that messaged me, I got back to you guys last night. So check your Instagram DMs, man. I messaged you guys back last night. I was just trying to get through, like, trying to understand, like, finances and stuff like that, because obviously I'm gonna have to pay somebody if they're an editor. And I was just like, can I afford it? Can I not? Blah blah blah. How much can I afford? Yada yada yada. So that's why it took so long. But I finally got back to you guys. Sorry for making you wait for 17 years. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know, again, hot takes, man. Give me your hot takes. I saw some in last videos that I was like, wow, that is a hot take. Maybe when I was tried responding to the comment, I burnt my finger a little bit, got some 3rd-degree burns there. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking in terms of BMW hot takes, or also what hot takes you guys would like to see me do in the future. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.